war has changed. If a world war broke out tomorrow, you'd probably bet your last dollar on the United States wiping out everyone else. But what if I told you you're wrong? When it comes to global military dominance, one name stands tall: the United States of America. Their 2024 defense budget was over $886 billion. That's 40% of the global military spending. They have 800 military bases in over 70 countries, including major ones in Germany, Japan, and South Korea. Their Navy's Fleet Cyber Command oversees extensive cyber operations, while the U.S. Space Force manages advanced space surveillance and defense systems. They also have major influence over global financial systems through their control of the SWIFT network, home to tech giants like Google, Meta, Microsoft, and OpenAI that serve hundreds of millions worldwide. The U.S. leads in technological innovation, but beneath this formidable exterior lie vulnerabilities that can be exploited in unforeseen ways. With Trump as president, political polarization has intensified now more than ever. Divisions deepen across the nation. Only 19% of the country's youth express consistent trust in their federal government. The recent attacks on rural water systems show that cybersecurity threats still loom large, targeting critical infrastructure. An over-reliance on technology poses risks, especially as AI systems become more autonomous and less predictable. In the race for global dominance, the question isn't just who leads, but who can maintain control. So, the US might look unbeatable on paper, but the next world war won't be about who has the most tanks or fighter jets. It'll be about who plays the smartest game in the shadows, behind screens, or even inside your mind. And that brings us to three unexpected players. Number 1. North Korea, the blackout strategist. They're small, secretive, and unpredictable, but here's what makes them dangerous. Experts believe they might have EMP weapons, devices that explode high up in the sky and fry all electronics on the ground. Imagine planes falling, power grids dying, your phone turning into a brick instantly. And they've already shown what they can do online. Back in 2017, a global cyber attack called WannaCry shut down hospitals, banks, and businesses in over 150 countries. It was traced back to North Korean hackers. If future wars are fought in the dark, both literally and digitally, North Korea might be a lot more prepared than we think. Number 2. Singapore, the silent technocrat. They're not known for war. They're known for being clean, efficient, and high-tech. But that's exactly why they might win a different kind of war, the war for digital trust. They sit right on a major global trade route, but more importantly, they're leading the world in how to safely use AI. Their Model AI governance framework, yeah, that's the real name, is helping companies build AI that's fair, safe, and transparent. In a future where people don't trust anything online, with deepfakes, scams, and AI chaos, Singapore could become the world's digital Switzerland. Neutral, smart, and totally secure. Number 3. Iran, the proxy puppet master. Iran doesn't fight head-on. It fights sideways, using powerful groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis to carry out attacks, pressure enemies, and expand its influence without firing a single missile itself. They've gotten good at surviving and are now strengthening their nuclear sites underground and dodging sanctions, while still growing their power in the region. They're experts at what's called asymmetric warfare, where the goal isn't to beat you in a straight-up fight, but to wear you down slowly, confuse you, and strike when you least expect it. So while the US flexes its muscles, these countries are playing smarter, stranger games, using fear, trust, or unpredictability as their weapons. In a world where nothing works the way it used to, maybe the winners won't be the strongest, but the strangest. So, what does the next world war really look like? No trenches, no tanks rolling across borders, no sirens blaring from the sky. Instead, it begins quietly, online, in your feed, on your phone. Number 1. Psychological warfare. Imagine a video of a president declaring war or a fake alert saying your bank account is frozen. Or a doctored image showing a nuclear explosion in a city that's completely fine. This isn't sci-fi. Deepfake scams cost people over $250 million globally, with over 50% of people unable to reliably detect a deepfake video. Deepfakes have already been used in Ukraine to impersonate President Zelensky. In 2023, AI-generated robocalls in the US election told people not to vote. In the voice of Joe Biden, things could get out of hand fast. Number 2. Cyber sabotage. Now imagine your country's entire power grid shuts down. Traffic lights stop working. Hospitals go dark. Planes are grounded. No one knows why. This is what happened in Spain and Portugal. Just a few lines of code planted months ago, waiting to strike. Even in 2021, the Colonial Pipeline attack by Russian-linked hackers shut down gas supplies across the US East Coast. In Ukraine, hackers have knocked out power multiple times since 2015. Future wars could be fought by hackers, not soldiers, targeting anything and everything, from satellites to stock markets. This is why over 90 countries now have dedicated cyber warfare units. Number 3. AI arms race. The US Air Force already uses AI to simulate dogfights, and the Pentagon has over 800 AI military projects. China is racing to deploy AI-guided weapons. If these systems go rogue, the damage could be global. What happens if they glitch, or worse, get hacked? So who really wins the next world war? Not the country with the most tanks, not even the one with the best drones or the biggest bombs. In this new kind of conflict, the real power lies in controlling the narrative, in shaping what people believe, in turning confusion into a weapon. Russia's 2016 US election interference focused on social media, not soldiers. China's three warfares doctrine emphasizes public opinion, psychological ops, and legal warfare. Israel's cyber unit, Unit 8200, is considered as influential as its air force. Think about it. If you can shut down your enemy's internet, hijack their news, mess with their elections, and make them question their leaders, you've already won half the war without firing a shot. That's why the future might not belong to just superpowers like the US or China. Iran through shadow wars and proxies, Singapore by becoming a trusted digital gatekeeper, North Korea by threatening to pull the plug on civilization with a single blackout. Each one plays by a different rulebook, and sometimes that's all it takes to stay in the game. If this made you question who's really pulling the strings, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending stories at the edge of science, war, and the future. Because the next dose of data might just change how you see the world.